Apologies for the video cutting out a little bit earlier for the Pisces read, but I'm back and I am ready to finish off this reading. Um, I believe we were right in the middle of talking about shadows and the benefits that arise. Many things we can actually find in the shadows of who we are, many hidden treasures, gifts, talents, things waiting to be discovered and released. But the Sukuyant, um, has so much for you to realize. This energy brings in your access to the unlimited joy available at your disposal right now. Love, good news, prosperity, right? This could be a very fruitful time. You could have a lot of those things at your disposal right now for you to use. So this is a time where there's no need to look around and see what anyone else has because you are fruitful, you're abundant, Pisces. And so if there is the energy of any type of envy or even jealousy, because that's what this energy is talking about, scarcity, things that make us look around and want something else or not feel like we don't have enough, or make us feel like we don't have enough. And so scarcity consciousness makes us feel like we're in lack and like we're always hungry and wanting something, that's not ours. And so just look around. This may be a time to really be grateful for what you have and utilize what you have right now. This almost feels like a very abundant, overflowing energy, okay, that's available to you right now. You may be in a very fruitful time of your life. If you need to, for some reason, if you're not feeling that way, because this energy is saying that it's available to you, make a gratitude list. That's always helpful, to pull out a piece of paper and a pen and just write down everything that you have right now that you're grateful and thankful for. Looking at Yasigi, Yasigi brings in the energy of being able to live out loud. It is the water element, so this is emotional maturity. This is cleansing energy, intuitive energy. It's also flexibility as well. And when we look at the temple of the griots actually bring in energies around storytelling and taking a look at history to keep the energy alive. Storytelling helps us to stay familiar with who we are and understand the energy that's been passed forward. And so this could be having energy around your throat chakra and being able to speak and pass on energy, pass on tradition, right? Things like that. And so this is a really good time. I feel like you have a lot to say, Pisces. You've been given information entrusted to you, and there's a lot that you can actually pass on and express yourself through. Share your voice and your magic. Welcome in, you guys. And express your uniqueness, right? Living out loud is what Yasigi comes to point to, this energy that you have available to you right now, Pisces. It's talking about the throat chakra, your expression, the way that you are able to voice what it is that's coming up from the heart space. And it's also being free to do that, right? When you utter your true, authentic expression. It's not in an attempt to please other people, but this is an expression coming directly from you. And so don't feel like you have to curb your truth in any type of way. Just express, be open. Live out loud means not having to feel like you have to hide or tuck away any part of yourself. For you, your voice may actually be aligned with the power that you're standing in right now. And if for some reason you are an introvert, right, this even more so is going to open you up to that energy where your power is. And so speak, express, live your life, not feeling like you have to live behind a bush. Live out loud, express yourself, look different if that's what is coming up from your heart space. If that's your true expression of authenticity, do that. Okay. And so I feel like there's something that you have to say. There's a voice, there's a message possibly even that you've been given to express. And that's available for you at this time. Lastly, we have Abonimba, bringing in the energy of harvest. Lots of abundance around you right now, Pisces. And Abonimba comes from the water element as well. So this is also that cleansing element, that emotional stability, the fluidity, and the being tapped in intuitively, which Pisces is naturally tapped in, right? There's a natural connect that Pisces has. And so it almost feels like you're in your element. And to use that, right? Being in your authenticity, to use that, to stand in your power. And so this is tapping into High Priestess energy. And again, we're only talking about energy. We're not talking about whether it's feminine or masculine. This is energy that aligns with you being tapped in, right? With source, being tapped into your higher self, being tapped into your truth, your hidden truth, even mysteries hidden away, right? And so there's some level of information that you have access to, Pisces. And Avo Nimba comes to offer up thanks, right, for that. You being in a position this way, in a position of abundance. And as I always say, abundance not only means like material things, wealth, that can be a part of it, but it's an abundance of everything. The fact that you would even have a direct line to source is abundance. And so this is a season of great harvest for you that's available to you. And even now, it's saying that you are prospering. Whatever you're doing, it is prospering. And so harvest is actually pulling in what it is that you have sown, what it is that you've sown out in the world, or what you've done for someone else. However it is that you've sown energy out is coming back to you right now. And you're reaping that harvest. And so I feel like a lot of abundance is available to you. You may be in a position to be of helps to others with all of this abundance coming in around you. But Spirit definitely wants you to know that this is available right now. It's pointing to this energy for you. Now, I do want to tap in and find out what it is that Spirit would like for you to recognize. So we're going to go ahead and go to the Urban Tarot deck and take a look. How are you guys doing this evening? Hi Malik, how are you, sir? Okay, so what is it that Pisces needs to be aware of, what Pisces needs to recognize in this moment? Let's take a look here. Pisces. Welcome in, you guys, for Pisces. What is it that Pisces needs to recognize at this moment, Spirit, for Pisces? All right. One, two, three, four, five. We'll take them. All right, so we have the Page of Swords. We have the King of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Ace of Swords. Okay. And so the Page of Swords, there could be a level of truth coming out into the open for you, Pisces, with the Page of Swords and the Ace of Swords coming out. There could be something that you are starting to recognize the importance of being a part of. This almost feels like activist energy. You may be excited about being a part of the voice for something. So that did come out in the energies available to you using your voice. And so you may find yourself a little bit more inclined or being led to speak out about things that are important to you, things that may in fact be important right now in society. You may be voicing your truths and your opinions around that right now. This may be an important time to do that because this is coming up. We also have the King of Wands. You definitely, let's see, let me pull this out here. Hard to pick them up with my nails. The King of Wands. Now, the King of Wands stands in a very powerful energy as well. And this particular deck demonstrates the King of Wands as a journalist. And it's kind of along those same lines, reporting something, like some type of news or speaking something, relaying some type of message. And so there's a message. I'm coming back to the energy available to you. There's something, Pisces, that you can say. There's something that you are saying. There's something that you will be speaking that's going to be very relevant and that might in fact cause a level of change in some type of way. Or there's something that needs to be passed forward. You may hold information that definitely needs to be shared in this particular point in time. I can't help but feel that with this activist energy and journalist energy, like you hold some level of relevant information that needs to be shared, right? That's what journalists do. They gather information and they release it to the public, to people that need to know, right? This may even be along historical lines of you holding this obligation to make sure that stories, even from your own history, is passed forward. You may have information that's very crucial and need to be shared, like with your children, with your grandchildren, with your community. It may hold significant information that's important to the growth and the health of those around you or those that it would involve, okay? There's some level of information coming up here that you'll be sharing. You'll need to share. Spirit is going to lead you to share this information, possibly in the form of storytelling. Right now, again, is Nine of Pentacles is a very abundant time where you are actually taking advantage of this time to pamper yourself, and or you could possibly take advantage of this time to really look after yourself in ways that you possibly have not for a while. The Nine of Pentacles talks about a very abundant energy and realizing what you have at your disposal. And the fact that it is in abundance, like you lack nothing. This Emperor energy coming in is a high level of ranking, a high level of leadership, and with power, I always say with power comes a great level of responsibility as well. And so all of these energies here may be something that's being revealed to you right now with the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is information, revelation. This is new ideas, newfound thoughts. And so the information that needs to be realized is around you possibly even seeing things from a different light, a different point of view, including yourself and those around you and what it is that you need to be doing right now, which is probably taking care of yourself and looking how you play an important, significant role with where you are right now. Okay? There's some connection between you and you having a responsibility to pass on some type of information. Okay? Now let's take a look and see. So with the information, and this is the second half, you guys, I started this video earlier today and there was an interruption that came in, and so I jumped back in where I left off earlier. This is the second half that I'm finishing up. And so if you haven't seen the beginning of this, you can actually go back. I think it's about 10 minutes long. You can go back and watch that first half where we talked about the energies that are around you right now. But let's see. If you're open to the information that was given during this reading, if you're open to the energies available for you and recognizing what Spirit has brought out, there is some possible results available for you. So let's take a look at that. So if Pisces is open to the energy revealed and the information, what are the results, Spirit? Let's take a look here. And then we'll just get some quick angel answers, and then we'll go ahead and end this. How are you guys doing? Let's see. All right. And so first we have birds of a feather. So there could be a tribe, a family, a community that you are being called to, Pisces. With birds of a feather, this talks about connecting with like-minded people that actually are on your frequency and carry the same energy, the same motivation, the same possible mindsets that you have, and people that might also understand your calling, your mission. Birds of a feather talks about specifically a village. Mm-hmm. And some level of commitment and connection with people. And so you could, if you're not currently connected, you could be being called, or your tribe could be heading towards you, right? So this may be something to definitely look out for. If you're open to operate or already operating in this capacity, if you're already on the path, right? And there's a few things that I feel like is very important about being a part of a community. You know, number one is to continue to grow. You can't grow, on an island to yourself. And spirit may definitely want you to connect with people, if you're someone that is kind of doing their own thing, so that you can continue to grow socially. And so part of that growth is connecting and being accountable in ways that you may not have to be when you're by yourself. There's only so much that you can do by yourself. I feel like for some of our missions, it requires that we connect with other people. It's a collaboration of sorts with other people. And so for you, Pisces, that may in fact be the case. And so if you don't have a village or a tribe, you may be being directed to that. That may show up for you here in the short future. And if you already are with someone, for some reason, I'm also hearing that you don't really feel aligned with for your mission, it may be time to look and search for your soul tribe, okay? And then we have let it go. Let it go. Part of moving into this energy would be, being willing and able to release things, right? Understanding that there is a time and a place for everything. Some things, some people come into our lives for a season, right? It may not have been meant to be there for the whole duration of our time here in this time and space. It may have just been for, to actually fulfill something specific. And once that's done, then you move on to something else or someone else. There's some level of needing to release something. Also, this could be about some trespass that has happened or against you, right? It's being able to release that so that you can move forward to the place where you're being called. There's some level of healing, right, that needs to take place so that you can release something, because you can't take it with you, right? It's almost like carrying heavy baggage, and sometimes it can slow us down. Sometimes it can bring us to a complete halt, depending on what that baggage is, especially as it pertains to healing and letting go of things that hurt us, resentments. And so this could also be letting go of your need to be the hero. Okay? A lot of us suffer from hero syndrome. And right now you are in a heavy amount of abundance, Pisces. That's what's come out throughout the whole reading was abundance. Abundance is all around you right now. And with that, we become a magnet for people that need. But at the same time, we need to be balanced in what we're giving so that we're not over giving, right? Even though you have it, doesn't mean that you have to give it. Just because you can doesn't mean that you should. And so there's the need to let go of that hero syndrome, not feeling like you always have to show up and be the one that, solves people's problems. Because sometimes people don't need to be saved. Just using this as an example, sometimes people need to be allowed to learn the lesson. And if you show up and bail them out, there's no lesson learned. And 9 times out of 10, most likely what's going to happen is they're going to go back through that cycle again. So for someone that may need to go through, you don't need to show up and bail them out and be the hero, right? And so there's something about healing that within you, Pisces. You feeling like you always need to show up and be the hero. And for those that may not even be able to show up in that capacity, we're not only talking about resources, we could be talking about emotional things, showing up and giving of your energy and giving of your time. What if you don't have it to give? You know, you end up giving out of lack, and which places you in more of a deficit, and then you turn around and you need because you gave what you didn't even have. It's kind of like the energy of being a martyr, right? A sacrificial lamb. And so there's something about healing that, coming up with letting go. And so, which also I feel like leads back to a level of healing. And it could also connect with resentments, you know. However that plays out, I feel like this is going to probably hit home and it'll resonate. So you know if this is for you, you'll know. Okay. Lastly, I feel like this could be around feeling like you have a need to be right, releasing. Sometimes peace comes with our ability to release the need to be right. You know, is it more important to be right, or is it more important to save the relationship? You know, you being wrong, is that going to cause harm to someone by just kind of bowing down and letting someone have it, right? And so for someone, it's healing that. It's learning to release the power thing, right? The need to actually be right and have things always go your way. It's almost like a power struggle that happens there. And so there's some things that's healing, when it comes to this energy of letting go. So however that resonates for you, this energy, is what's being offered, and there's an empowerment that's coming in for you to be able to do this. And of course, that does include healing those underlying, elements of whatever that is. Okay, so there's healing coming in. And then lastly, we have the rose kiss. And this one, the rose kiss, is the energy coming in. This is a beautiful card. It has a ladybug perched on the rose and little sparkles of magic around the rose as well. And so, this card is really pointing to energies around joy that's available to you if you're willing to work with these energies, Pisces. This is stuff that you already have. Like, nobody needs to come in and give these things to you. Spirit is pointing to your ability to dig within yourself and pull these things out and enjoy these things. You're not waiting on anyone to come and fix anything for you or give you anything. This is all within you. And so the rose's kiss is energies around joy and being able to really experience pleasure. And when I say pleasure, that could mean just going and doing something to take care of yourself. You know, like going to have a spa day, you know. And that sounds strange because it's like, well, why would you need permission to do that? Why would you need help to do that? You'd be surprised, right? Take a single mom who all she knows is taking care of the kids and working and cleaning and bussing to and from. Like, when do you have time to do that? You do have to make time and sacrifice something for yourself. And for a lot of single dads too, right? Dads raise kids too. A lot of single parents, and it doesn't even have to be single parents. It could even just be a parent, period. When they finally do get a moment to themselves, it's like, oh, there's this anxiousness that settles in because all you do is take care of other people for like 18 years, and take about 10 years into that where you're dead in the middle of the routine. Everything is about your family and your kids. And for you to actually take time away, you mean I can actually go to the spa and kick back and put cucumbers on my eyes and relax? But who's going to clean? Who's going to cook? Who's going to take care of the kids? There's so many things that go through our minds when we do that. And it's not as easy as you would think. It wasn't easy for me, and I found myself being a little guilty when I did it. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm taking time to myself when I actually should be, right? That should comes in to destroy that tranquility that you are so deserving of. And so the Rose's Kiss comes in to let you know that you are worthy of experiencing pleasure. Yes, you're worthy of taking time to yourself. Whatever the circumstance is, listen, when you get back, the kids are going to be there. The hubby or the wife is going to be there. Like, go and do something for yourself. Do something that you enjoy, something that causes you to experience pleasure. You're worthy of that. And you're worthy of that deep satisfaction and enjoyment that's available to you. And this has a lot to do with you understanding what you like, what brings you pleasure. Um, Sometimes we can even forget what that is. And so there's a level here for someone of coming back into the know. You may, in fact, need to get reacquainted with yourself in that way. Maybe you've forgotten what that feels like or even what that is. I don't even know what makes me happy or brings me pleasure or joy. Like, I need to sit down for a minute and think about that. But Spirit is saying that this is available to you. You're in a place where you can do it right now. And so Spirit wants you to really make yourself a priority, Pisces. Now, after we're going to get some angel answers and end this reading. And so if you had any questions, Pisces, go ahead and get the questions in your mind. And we are going to ask the angels to answer, okay? And this will be the last energy that we'll pull, and then we'll go ahead and end this reading. Thank you guys for stopping by. Make sure you guys hit the like button. My name is Letty, by the way. All right, let's take a look for the angel answers for Pisces. Angel answers for Pisces. Angel answers for Pisces. Okay. Angel answers for Pisces. So another thing that came out throughout this reading for you, Pisces, one was abundance, is all around you right now. The other thing is that's come out several times is romance. And so there could be connections coming in. And when we discussed that early in the reading, it was clarified with the energy of the Queen of Wands and the Magician, which says that somebody is manifesting you, or you, Pisces, are manifesting someone else. And so that energy is coming out again. The angels are bringing that out. Romance. There's some connection that your angels want you to be aware of. And if you don't currently have that connection, they're pointing to that coming in. If you're worried about this connection, don't be, right? No need to worry. And meditation brings answers. And so I don't know if you're a meditator, a prayer, but the answers are at your disposal if you're willing to go in and ask and seek. But I do want to, for this romance coming in, I'll just do a quick extra pull to see the time frame for that. Okay. Let's see. What about this romance for Pisces? What is the time frame for this romance? And it feels like it might be a very high level energy with this Queen of Swords. Somebody that's very equipped, a quick thinker, somebody that knows what they want, right? This is not somebody that you'll be able to just approach any old kind of way, okay? You'll need to have your stuff together before you approach this person. This could be what you're asking for too, because the manifestation card came out. Maybe you're asking for this type of person, somebody that's smart and beautiful, somebody that is very resourceful and strategic, a thinker. So let's see. I would say 5 weeks, 8 weeks. Not far into the future. Yeah, I would say about 5 weeks or 8 weeks is the time frame that's coming out here with the 5 of Swords and the 8 of Swords. Swords usually is weeks. And so if you're concerned, Pisces, about romance, about this person coming in, when, right? Don't, worry your pretty little head about it. Right now could be a time to work on yourself so that you'll be in a good position mentally, spiritually, emotionally. It looks like you may be in a good position financially, but there's other aspects of yourself that you want to be in position to receive love, okay? Because no matter how good of a person you pull, you have to be able to receive it, right? You can pull them in, and then you have to be able to manage and maintain that connection and that relationship. There's inner work that needs to be done, and hopefully that person is doing the inner work as well, so that when you do come together, you're ready, okay? All right, Pisces, that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Letty, and this is the last reading. You were the last sign in the Super Blue Moon series, and so this will conclude our Super Blue Moon readings. And I hope there was something that you can take away from this, Pisces. If there is and you want to share it, feel free to comment, feel free to share as well. If you're new to my channel, my name is Letty. Please consider subscribing. If you do, make sure you hit the bell so you'll be notified whenever new content is posted or whenever I go live. Okay. Thank you, Pisces, for stopping by. Thank you, my friends, for stopping in. Please consider liking the video. It does help to get the message out and for the channel to grow. I appreciate the support. Okay. I don't know. I may come back on just to do random energy reads for somebody that wants to tap in. And so look for me. I'm going to end this, but I may come right back. Okay. All right. See you guys. Bye.